are so many reasons why exercise during pregnancy is a great idea for you and your baby. My name's Nicole, I'm a physical therapist and a mama, and today I'm going to give you 4 different types of exercise that I think you mamas are really going to love. Before I get into those 4 types of exercise, I really do want to emphasize that there are really good medical reasons why a provider might say, you are not supposed to be exercising. You are on bed rest. You are really high risk for preterm labor. Whatever the scenario is, and if that is the advice that they are giving you, then please listen to that advice. But if you are given the clearance to exercise, or they say, yeah, you can, just be careful, really dig into that, push into them and say, I really need more specific, like, am I watching my blood pressure? Do I need to, keep it below this intensity? I'm going to give you some exercises that are some pretty low intensity, some pretty high intensity, and talk with your provider about which ones they are okay with you doing, because I think if you're given the okay to exercise, it really is a good thing to incorporate into your pregnancy. Yoga is the first type of exercise that I want to talk about. This is great during pregnancy because it promotes stability, it promotes strength, it's low impact, so you don't have to worry about the aches and pains that you might get if you're jumping around. And it also promotes stress relief. It's very calming and you're working on relaxing your mind, and we know that baby is really going to thrive in a nice stress-free environment. So using yoga for stress management is a great idea as well. The thing about yoga is you may have to modify some positions using the block because you just can't reach as far now that this belly's in your way, or perhaps using a chair for a little extra balance, because some of those balance positions can be pretty tricky and we definitely don't want moms falling or risking baby's safety during yoga. But those modifications often are mentioned if you do classes or videos that are specific for moms. I would highly recommend it if you are symptomatic during any of the moves, that you just reach out to the instructor and say, hey, I'm having this sensation or this pain. And if they are experienced with moms, which I would highly recommend, they'll have great ideas of ways that you can modify or avoid certain movements to make it a good experience. Pilates or barre classes are another type of workout that could be really great for you. A lot of times there are videos that you can do these at home, or you can go to classes if being around other people motivates you to stay healthy. The thing with Pilates and barre is they really focus on core strengthening, and they often have good awareness and are promoting you to use your pelvic floor during these workouts as well, and that is awesome. The one thing you might have to modify if the class is not specifically for moms in prenatal is that a lot of crunching and twisting might be too much on your abdomen depending on what stage of pregnancy you're in, as well as what your core strength is like going into your pregnancy. We know that twisting and crunching definitely increases pressure, could put you at more risk for a big diastasis recti that you really don't want. So maybe talking with your instructor about what are good modifications for during pregnancy, and watching and avoiding that coning of your abdomen during your workouts is another great thing. Cardiovascular exercise is the third category of exercise, which is a little more general, but we're talking about things that get your heart rate up, such as swimming or running, biking, rowing, a step machine, all things like this that are going to get your heart rate up. The American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology actually recommends that during pregnancy, we do 20 to 30 minutes of cardiovascular exercise 3 to 5 days a week. So if you're not doing any right now, start with a couple days a week and work your way up to that 3 to 5 recommended amount. Remember that if a particular type of cardiovascular exercise is causing you pain, perhaps running is just too high impact for you, or sitting on a bike is not comfortable for your pelvic floor and tailbone, try a different type of exercise, because like I said, there's lots of different ways you can get your heart rate up. And then the other thing to consider is, are you taking in enough calories for the amount of cardiovascular activity that you're doing? You'd want to talk to your provider and make sure that your calorie intake to exercise amount is a good ratio so that you and baby are staying healthy during pregnancy. The fourth category of exercise that I think is great for moms is resistance training and strengthening. This can come in lots of different forms, whether you're doing body weight workouts or you're actually lifting with like a CrossFit or a birth fit group. All of this is really great. The cool thing about these workouts is often you can incorporate positions that you might be laboring in, like squatting or an all four hands and knees. And this is going to get your body ready for that intense physical activity of actually labor and delivery. So these are great ways to stay strong and to stay healthy. I would highly suggest that you watch out for doming, like I talked about before. Anytime that you're experiencing that coning in the front of your abdominal muscles, you're often putting too much stress on your belly muscles, and you could end up with quite a big diastasis recti after your pregnancy that's going to be tough to heal. So you can always modify or work with a coach that's going to teach you different breathing and core activation strategies to avoid that doming. And then that's the other thing, is working with a trainer that has experience with moms, or seeking out somebody who can give you guidance on what's an appropriate amount of weight, because just lifting easy isn't necessarily the answer, but also pushing yourself as hard as you can just to say that you did might not be the answer either. So really working with someone with experience working with moms is a great idea to avoid injury or a more difficult recovery after you have your baby. Today in the Mom Share All comment, I would love to have you say, what type of exercise did you really enjoy during pregnancy? Share with other moms, because maybe a mom over here didn't think of something that you're doing over here, and it would be a great way to motivate them to get moving during their pregnancy. Please subscribe to my channel if these topics around pregnancy and postpartum recovery are interesting to you and you want to see more content just like this. Give me a big thumbs up if you liked or learned something new today, and I'll see you all next time.